The coin mix that makes no sense, some rare versions of these coins, have sold for over $90,000. For one coin. Not a collection. Just one. And it looked completely normal. That's the secret nobody tells you. So right now, check your pocket, check your wallet, check your coin jar. Because one small coin might be the one someone else is desperately searching for. And this is just the beginning. It only gets rarer, stranger, and more valuable from here. Stay with me. This is Numismatic Vault Extra, USA, United States. And after this, you'll never trust your spare change again. Fire money bag. 1975 Washington quarter. The coin that doesn't really exist, and why that matters. There's something incredibly powerful about the idea that a simple coin could hold the value of a lifetime, something worth tens of thousands of dollars or more. The story of the 1975 Washington quarter is one that spreads quickly and captures attention, creating excitement and curiosity. But this is where the mystery begins, because the truth behind this coin is far more interesting than the myth itself. The Washington quarter has a long history. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington. By the 1970s, it had become one of the most widely used coins in the United States. Millions of quarters were produced every year, passing through countless hands in everyday life. But when it comes to 1975, something unusual happened, something that makes this year stand out. There are no quarters dated 1975. This is not a mistake or a rare discovery waiting to be found. It is a deliberate decision made by the U.S. Mint to celebrate the upcoming 200th anniversary of American independence. The design of the quarter was changed. Instead of producing coins dated 1975, the Mint created special bicentennial quarters with the dual date 1776 to 1976. This means that if someone claims to have a 1975 Washington quarter, it is either a misunderstanding, a misread coin, or something altered. The real coins from that period are the bicentennial quarters, which feature a unique reverse design showing a colonial drummer. These coins are widely recognized and collected. Now comes the part that captures imagination, the belief that a 1975 quarter could be worth $90,000 or more. This idea spreads because of confusion and curiosity. When people hear that a coin from a certain year is rare or missing, they begin to believe that finding one could lead to instant wealth. But here's the truth that must be clearly understood. Since number 1975 quarters were officially made, there is no standard coin from that year to be rare or valuable. The coins you're most likely to encounter are the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters, and most of these are very common. Another important detail is the composition. Regular bicentennial quarters, made for circulation, are not silver. They are copper-nickel-clad coins. However, special collector versions were made in 40% silver, but these were sold in sets and are not typically found in everyday circulation. So, where does the possibility of high value come from? It comes from extremely rare errors or unusual situations. If a coin somehow appeared with a 1975 date, it would likely be a major mint error or alteration. A genuine mint error of that level would be incredibly rare and would attract serious attention from collectors. Condition is another important factor. A coin that has been heavily used will show wear and damage, making it less valuable. But a coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and strong luster, becomes more desirable. High-grade coins are always more valuable than worn ones. The idea of a $90,000 coin is connected to extremely rare and unusual cases. This could involve a one-of-a-kind error or a coin with a unique history. These are not coins that are easily found. They require careful examination and expert verification. There is also an emotional side to this story. The idea that a missing year could create a valuable coin sparks imagination. It encourages people to search through their collections and to believe that something extraordinary might be hiding in plain sight. At the same time, it is important to remain realistic. The coin market is based on real rarity and demand, not just stories or misunderstandings. Most coins, even older ones, are not valuable enough to change someone's life. Understanding grading is essential in determining value. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, and a higher grade can significantly increase their price. Professional grading services help confirm authenticity and provide confidence in the market. Handling coins properly is also important. Cleaning a coin might seem like a good idea, but it can actually reduce its value. Collectors prefer coins in their natural state, with original surfaces intact. The phrase "don't spend it" is meaningful because many valuable coins have been lost over time. People often spend coins without realizing their significance, allowing rare pieces to disappear into circulation. Even though the 1975 Washington quarter does not officially exist, the story around it makes it one of the most talked about topics among beginners. It represents how myths and reality can mix in the world of coin collecting. The fascination with coins like this comes from the combination of mystery, history, and possibility. It is not just about money. It is about discovery and the excitement of finding something unique. In the end, the story of the 1975 Washington quarter is a reminder that knowledge is power. While most coins are ordinary, understanding what truly exists and what is not can save time and prevent confusion. And in rare cases, when something truly unusual appears, it can indeed become something extraordinary, but only when it is real, verified, and genuinely rare. Next up, 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny, the common coin with a rare secret. There is something incredibly powerful about the idea that a tiny copper coin, something most people would ignore without a second thought, could carry within it the potential to be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of those coins that lives in this fascinating space between everyday reality and extraordinary possibility. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary, but its story holds a surprising twist that keeps collectors searching. The year 1944 was a time when the world was still deeply involved in World War II. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943, pennies were made from steel instead of copper to save metal for the war effort. But in 1944, the United States Mint returned to using copper, often sourced from recycled materials, like spent shell casings. This gives the 1944 penny a unique connection to history. It is literally made from the remnants of war. The absence of a mint mark on a 1944 penny means it was produced in Philadelphia, which was standard practice at the time. Millions upon millions of these coins were made, and they were widely circulated. Because of this, most 1944 pennies are very common and are worth only a small amount above their face value. Now comes the part that captures imagination, the belief that a 1944 penny could be worth $90,000 or more. This idea spreads quickly because it is partly true, but only under very specific conditions. It is not the regular copper 1944 penny that carries this value. It is something much rarer. The real treasure is the 1944 steel penny. During the transition from steel back to copper, a very small number of leftover steel blanks from 1943 were accidentally used in 1944. These rare coins look completely different from normal pennies. They have a silver-gray appearance instead of the usual copper color. A genuine 1944 steel penny is extremely rare, and this is where the idea of huge value comes from. These coins are among the most famous era coins in American history. Because so few were made, they are highly sought after by collectors and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more depending on condition. Condition also plays a major role in value. A coin that has been heavily used will show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces. But a coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and strong original appearance, becomes much more valuable. High-grade coins are always more desirable. For a 1944 penny to reach values like $90,000, it would almost certainly need to be a steel-era coin in excellent condition. Regular copper pennies from that year, even in very nice condition, do not reach such high prices. This is an important distinction that many people misunderstand. There is also an emotional connection to this coin. Holding a 1944 penny is like holding a small piece of wartime history. It represents a time when even the materials used in coins were influenced by global events. This connection adds depth and meaning beyond just financial value. The dream of finding a valuable coin is incredibly powerful. It encourages people to search through old jars, collections, and forgotten items, hoping to discover something rare. While these discoveries are rare, they are not impossible, and that possibility keeps the excitement alive. Understanding the difference between common coins and rare errors is essential. Without this knowledge, it is easy to assume that any old coin might be valuable. In reality, true value comes from rarity, condition, and verified uniqueness. Grading is another key factor. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, and a higher grade can significantly increase their value. Professional grading services help confirm authenticity and provide confidence in the market. Handling coins properly is also important. Cleaning a coin might seem like a good idea, but it can actually damage the surface and reduce its value. Collectors prefer coins in their original, untouched state. The phrase, "don't spend it," becomes meaningful when you consider how many rare coins have been lost over time. People often use coins without realizing their importance, allowing valuable pieces to disappear into circulation. Even though most 1944 pennies are common, the existence of rare steel versions makes this year incredibly important in the world of coin collecting. It is a perfect example of how a small mistake during production can create something extraordinary. The fascination with coins like this comes from the combination of history, rarity, and possibility. It is not just about money. It is about discovery and the thrill of finding something unique. In the end, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a reminder that value is not always obvious. While most examples are ordinary, a few rare pieces stand out as true treasures. And in those rare moments, a simple 1-cent coin can become something extraordinary, turning a piece of history into a valuable asset and a symbol of hidden opportunity waiting to be discovered. 1979, D. Susan B. Anthony Dollar, the coin that tried to change history. There is something truly fascinating about a coin that was created to change the future, yet ended up becoming a quiet mystery in the world of collectors. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony Dollar is one of those coins that carries both ambition and curiosity. At first glance, it looks like a simple dollar coin, but behind its design lies a bold attempt to reshape how people used money in everyday life. In 1979, the United States introduced this new dollar coin to honor Susan B. Anthony, a powerful figure in the fight for women's rights. This was a historic moment, as it marked the first time a real woman appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The coin itself symbolized progress, equality, and change, making it far more than just a piece of currency. The D mint mark tells us this particular coin was produced in Denver. Millions of these coins were minted, and they were released into circulation with the hope that they would replace paper dollar bills. However, something unexpected happened. The coin was very similar in size and color to the quarter, which caused confusion among the public. Because of this, it never became widely accepted in daily use. Now comes the part that captures imagination, the belief that a coin like this could be worth huge amounts of money, even reaching values like $90,000. This idea creates excitement instantly. It makes people want to search through old coins, hoping they might have something rare and valuable without even knowing it. But here is the reality that must be clearly understood. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony Dollar is not made of silver. It is composed of a copper-nickel-clad material, just like many modern coins. Because of this, its value does not come from precious metal. Most examples are common and are worth only a small amount above their face value. So, where does the possibility of high value come from? The answer lies in rare variations and condition. One of the most talked about features of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony Dollar is the difference between wide rim and narrow rim varieties. These refer to how close the date appears to the edge of the coin. The wide rim version is more desirable and can carry higher value. However, it is important to note that the famous wide rim variety is usually associated with coins from Philadelphia, not Denver. This means a 1979 D coin does not typically fall into that rare category. Still, collectors carefully examine every detail, because even small differences can matter. Condition is another major factor. A coin that has been used in circulation will show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces. But a coin that has been preserved in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and bright luster, becomes much more valuable. These high-grade coins are difficult to find because most coins are used and worn over time. The idea of a $90,000 coin is connected to extremely rare situations. This could involve a coin in perfect condition combined with a unique error or unusual feature. These are not coins that are commonly found. They are rare discoveries that require careful inspection and expert verification. Minting errors can also play a huge role in value. Errors such as double designs, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. These are the coins that collectors actively search for, and they can command high prices. There is also a strong emotional connection to this coin. It represents a moment of change in history, a time when the United States attempted to move toward a new system of currency. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of that experiment, a reminder of both ambition and challenge. The dream of finding a valuable coin is powerful. It encourages people to look more closely at their coins, to examine details, and to believe that hidden opportunities might exist. While these discoveries are rare, they are not impossible, and that possibility keeps the excitement alive. Understanding grading is essential in determining value. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, and a higher grade can significantly increase their price. Professional grading services provide certification, giving collectors confidence in what they own. Handling coins properly is also important. Cleaning a coin might seem like a good idea, but it can actually reduce its value. Collectors prefer coins in their original state, with natural surfaces intact. The phrase, "don't spend it," becomes meaningful when you consider how many potentially valuable coins have been lost over time. People often use coins without realizing their importance, allowing rare pieces to disappear into circulation. Even though the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is not rare in general, it holds a unique place in history. It represents an important step toward recognizing influential figures and modernizing currency. The fascination with coins like this comes from the combination of history, possibility, and discovery. It is not just about money. It is about the excitement of finding something unique and understanding its story. In the end, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a reminder that value is not always obvious. While most examples are ordinary, a few may stand out because of their condition or rare features. And in those rare cases, a simple coin can become something extraordinary, turning an everyday object into a symbol of hidden opportunity and the dream of unexpected fortune. Next up,